I the a-hole because I told my ex-husband outside of our kids I don't care about his life and I don't owe his fiance anything. We got a 36 female OP and a 35 male ex-husband. So my ex-husband Tom left me for his work wife Tammy, 25 female, 2 years ago. I never liked her even before I found out about their relationship. The first time I met her at a work event, she told me while I was heavily pregnant with my youngest, better up your wife game or I might steal him off you. Well, 3 months later, she did. This woman literally came with him to help pack the day he moved out and tried to have a one-on-one conversation on how she wanted our relationship going forward because she was gonna be in my life. Then as a joke said, told you I'd steal him away. Not gonna lie, I'm thankful she did because when my ex made a comment about her being 23 and her brain not being fully developed, I got the ick so bad it turned my heartbreak into relief. I got everything in the divorce because I got him in his affair fog and gave 50-50 custody for our kids' sake. I'm civil for the sake of my kids so we can both attend events without drama, but other than that, I could care less about them. Around June, Tammy came instead of Tom for pickup and practically skipped towards me to show off her engagement ring, saying she wanted me as a bridesmaid along with my daughters for something I didn't catch because I was in a rush to get our cat to the vet. She got upset because I just said, her whole conversation per Tom's text a few hours later. Same happened again in September when she told me she was pregnant, which again, my zero fucks given upset her. In December, when she told me the second I opened the car door, Tom's finally getting a son, to which I sarcastically replied, I'm sure Lord Tom is excited for an heir to take over his lands and titles, which caused drama too because Tom's family found it hilarious when Tammy was bad-mouthing me. December was the last time I saw her till today at drop-offs with Tom. As they approached me, I noticed Tammy didn't look pregnant anymore. Tammy tearfully said, we lost the baby. I didn't answer, just told Tom our second daughter has a birthday party tomorrow at 3 and the oldest has gymnastics at 5. Tammy literally screamed at me I was a heartless bitch and bitter, then grabbed the girl's bags walking away. Tom said I could show a little humanity towards Tammy and regardless of my feelings, she is my kid's stepmother. I told Tom I don't care about what he's going through because outside our kids, I don't care about them and I don't owe Tammy anything, especially pity. He called me an a-hole along with other things and left. Usually this wouldn't bother me, but my ex-in-laws, who I have a good relationship with, have told me I should have shown Tammy some empathy and at the very least pretended to care for the sake of the kids. I mean, the only thing OP is the a-hole for is this poorly written story, because what did I just read? Not the a-hole for this situation. I think it's crazy to expect somebody to be cordial with the woman who took your husband from them. I can't even tell if she's throwing it in OP's face or if she's just stupid and isn't aware of like, hey man, this person has every reason in the world to hate you. I'm just shocked OP hasn't like hit her yet. Like that. First update. I texted Tom today due to Tammy's mental state. I prefer if he or his mom would do all the pickups from now on, and if Tammy's mental health gets any worse, I want the girls full time for a couple of weeks till it's a healthier environment for the kids. Tom tried to call me, but I texted him I prefer text, and he said he wanted to have a heart-to-heart. Yeah, not gonna happen. I asked if it involved the girls. He said yes, but it's also about all of us going forward and the relationship he wishes for us to have. Basically, he wanted family therapy with himself, me, Tammy, and the kids. I said if he thinks the kids need a therapist, I would be happy to find one we can both agree on. But again, he just kept bringing it back to us, so after a few hours knowing it was going nowhere, I just left him on red. I called my ex-in-laws, told them the situation and how I don't want to be involved with anything Tammy and Tom unless my kids are involved. I reminded them I've expressed multiple times I don't care and I don't want anything more than a civil co-parent relationship. I told them even though I value my relationship with the family, ex-in-laws, I will go low contact if it happens again. Mother-in-law apologized saying she was very emotional because at the end of the day, Tom is her son and she was heartbroken. Plus the baby was her grandchild, which I completely understand and I forgive her. Now, here's where it gets weird. Tammy showed up to my house. I've watched enough true crimes to know not to open the door and I talked/recorded her by the doorbell cam. She was crying, saying she was sorry and she just wanted to be my friend. Then she said I needed to forgive her because she lost her baby as karma for what she did to me. She was saying other stuff, but I couldn't understand her. I rang the police, then my brother and Tom. She didn't get arrested or anything, but Tom talked to my brother, said he was taking her home and agreed it's best if I have them full time for now. My girls are at home safe. My brother will be staying with me for the foreseeable future. I'll be seeing a lawyer first time Monday about full custody and a restraining order because I have a sinking feeling it's gonna get worse. Before it gets brought up, I just kept telling Tammy leave my property because I don't want to hear it. I don't know why I was brought into this because I was looking forward to my chill weekend. The only thing I want to say about the update is I actually thought this was kind of fair. I'm not saying that OP owes them that. If the priority is actually the daughters, what's going to make the daughters' lives a hell of a lot easier is if the parents are getting along. I do do think this somewhat applies to your kids because these are the people your kids are spending half their time with. The only stipulation of this is the therapy shouldn't be focused on OP's relationship with Tammy and the ex-husband, because I actually think it's very healthy. The therapy should be focused on diving into Tammy's relationship with OP, almost correcting that. Like, she almost doesn't understand her role. Tammy is off her rocker. She needs the therapy more than OP. I think after individual therapy, family therapy would be a good follow-up of like, okay, you've taken care of yourself and understood how crazy you are. How do we apply that to this relationship so that these kids have a healthy environment to grow up with? Update 2. I won't be updating till all the legal issues are over with and my own mental health is in a better place. So it could take anything up to 3 to 6 months. I spoke to a lawyer today. I'm obviously not going to go into details, but with all the evidence and witnesses on my side, I have a good shot at getting full custody. But it's only day 1 and nothing has started yet. Tom sexually assaulted me. It didn't go far thanks to my brother, but it's left me very shaken. I agreed to let Tom come over to visit the kids whenever he wanted. So when he came over yesterday evening and went into the garden with my kids, I went for a shower. Coming out of the bathroom, he cornered me about wanting to talk. I told him it wasn't the time and told him to either go out to the girls or leave. He started saying he made a mistake. Tammy was a nut job and he wanted to come home to us. I told him to get the F out of my house. There is no us. So he started saying stuff. I physically can't type without breaking down, then tried to force a makeout session, to put it politely. Thankfully, my brother heard and came running. Unfortunately, the kids heard everything when my brother and Tom started fighting. I was in complete shock at the time to try to do anything to help the situation, even when Tom was being taken away. I was too scared to move and couldn't confront my crying children. Not my proudest moments. I remember I said before I adopted older cats. Well, I put cameras through common areas in my home to watch them while I'm at work. One of those areas is the hall between my room and the bathroom. I don't know what to do with Tom going forward, but I know I can't face him ever again, even with supervision from my father or brother who both work in law enforcement. Tammy sent hundreds of messages to me and my oldest two, but I can't block her by my lawyer's request. My ex-in-laws have reached out and told me they'll help me with whatever I need. His sisters have disowned him, but this is still all very new. They might change their mind. I plan on moving after everything gets sorted, so I won't ever cross Tammy's path. Definitely took a pretty sharp turn on that one. Third and final update a month later. After everything happened, I was gonna press charges for sexual assault, but my ex's family reached out. They wanted to meet with their lawyer. Instead of going the court way, my ex said he'd give me full custody and a large amount of money for the girls, more when they got older. I was shown proof of the accounts that were set up with the money already deposited, which can't be touched till they were 18. I took them up on their offer with a condition of my own. Now I know what everyone is gonna say, but having a dad on the offender list, plus all the courts, would have hurt my daughters more. My condition was he leave the country and I would allow 1 FaceTime a month to each girl who willingly wanted to talk to him, and if our daughters decided they wanted to speak with him more, I'd let them. Ex agreed and haven't heard from him since. According to Tammy's Facebook lives, he ghosted her and took their wedding fund her dad gifted them. I couldn't get a restraining order against Tammy because apparently unless she does something bad, she is not a threat, even though she showed up at my house and kids' school multiple times, but I guess that's okay in the eyes of the law. I will be moving though. I'm not even gonna drop a hint where or when because Tammy and, well, everyone in our town knows about this post after Tammy drunkenly read it out to shame me. As for my kids, they're not taking everything well. They hate their dad, but at the same time miss him. I've put them in therapy and hopefully they can heal in time. As for me, I'm in therapy too. I've realized I never want to get married again or even be in a romantic relationship. I want to be a cat lady everyone assumes is a witch. I don't know why did we ever let society fool us into thinking marriage was better than cozy life with cats. Tammy, I know you'll read this, but I wanted to thank you for stealing my husband. You did me the biggest favor in the world. Damn, that's fucking savage. Semi-happy ending. It sucks that the husband's never gonna have to receive consequences from the law for his actions, but I think he made the right move. I'd much rather set up my daughters for success and have like a fund that could pay for their college in the future